Mic check. How y'all doing under this morning? Morning to everybody. I know y'all get tired of me doing these little pop-up morning lives, but I got a little free time. I don't know how long. I got some important calls that's gonna be coming in soon. I'm on my phone, so if I get to the bag, y'all already know that. But I just want to say good morning to everybody. Hope everybody doing well. I hope everybody have a prosperous day, very productive day at the day. We're gonna talk about relationships, man. We're gonna talk about relationships, what it takes in relationships on men and women parts. You know what I'm saying? Both parties in the relationship. Now, I done had my fair share of relationships. I've been married. I've been in a relationship for years. Thing about it, man. Relationships and marriage, stuff like that. It's hard work. Ain't nobody says it's gonna be easy. In the beginning of any relationship, it's gonna always start out good. It's gonna start out real good. Everything will be real sweet. Everything will be some innocent. You know, no arguments, no disagreements. It's a lot of it's like real comfortable. It's real comfortable. But relationships takes a lot of sacrifice on both parties, patience, understanding, communication. Um, it takes a lot, man, in relationships. And I'm talking about heterosexual relationships. I'm just talking man and woman. And it takes a lot because men and women, it's just my thoughts on it. That we never gonna understand each other to the fullest. Because men we think a certain way, women think a certain way. And I know in these spaces you hear a lot of guys, these manosphere guys, they always talk about men think with logic, women think with emotions. I think everybody think with emotions at some point in time. They gonna think with their emotions. They're gonna, you know, everybody got emotions. So, the thing about it is in relationships, as a man in a relationship or a marriage or whatever, as a man's supposed to be able to protect his family at all costs. Man is supposed to be able to lay his life down on the line to save his significant other, save the kids. You gotta go out here and face the world each and every day. As a man in a relationship, there's no slacking. You can't slack on your job as a man in a relationship. As a man in a relationship, your job is never done. It's just same as a woman. Her job is never done either. See, a lot of people think that when you get in relationships and stuff, that you're gonna be stuck in this fairy tale cuddle all the time phase. That's not how it goes. You're not gonna be happy all the time in no relationship. You know what I'm saying? You're not. There's no such thing. If you think you're gonna be happy in a relationship all the time, then you might need to be by yourself because ain't none of your relationship gonna ever work. If y'all get in relationships and don't know how to compromise, you don't know how to sacrifice. And see, in a relationship you gotta be selfless. You can't be selfish. You cannot be selfish in a relationship. And it can't be no one-sided thing in a relationship where one person is sacrificing and compromising and communicating, and one person just basically giving they all into it, and the other person not. It's not gonna work. And see what a lot of relationships go wrong at, the understanding, not so much of the communication, because at some point you're gonna communicate some kind of way. However y'all communicate, y'all gonna communicate some kind of way. But at the same time, it's like you gotta just have a lot of patience. I think patience is the key when it comes to relationships. Patience and trying to understand one another. Because I can get in relationships and we can get in relationships and stuff, and we can talk about things, we can talk things out. But if you ain't got a clear understanding of what we talking about, then the everything that I said to you is gonna go null and void. You see what I'm saying? See, we listening to all these movies and shit. We try to base our life off of social media and movies and shit like that. You know, in a relationship, you're not gonna go out of town all the time. You're not gonna have fun all the time, because once you start living with a person and really get to know that person and know them for who they are, you know, you tend to get annoyed sometimes. Sometimes you get tired, you get fed up with shit. You're gonna get fed up with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you living with somebody, man. You're learning this person. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna have to learn each other each and every day. Each and every day y'all wake up, man. Y'all gonna have to learn each other, know each other. Know what buttons to push, know what to say, how to say it, and this and that and the third. See, us as men, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to hold on just a second. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, bear with me. Thank y'all for holding on. But I forgot what I was talking about. But we're gonna pick back up on it in a minute. But in relationships, man, y'all gotta understand that everybody, both of y'all are different people trying to become one. If it go that far to where y'all can become married or whatever like that, if that's what you're trying to go with, you know. We living in a day and age where by having social media and just a broad spectrum of seeing things, like we get to see the world through the eyes of everybody else. We get to see everybody else. We get to, you know what I'm saying? Like you get to see so much and you get to learn so much. Like a lot of people now are feeling like um relationships are it ain't nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, everybody want to be with somebody. Don't nobody want to be by themselves. Don't nobody want to be by themselves for real, man. They just keep it a cheap. We want to keep it a buck. And see, in relationships, like I said, it ain't gonna always be rainbows and sunshine and glitter and unicorns and shit like that. It's not gonna be that shit all the time in relationship because when life starts happening, kids, you have kids, you got bills, you got all these different things happening. People, around you, loved ones dying and stuff like that. Like people are broken, man. Like I know I did a live the other day about being with dealing with a broken person in a relationship. You gotta understand two people coming together ain't no telling what this person done been through in their life, what you done been through in your life, and what kind of guard you got up, what kind of guard they got up. Both of y'all are broken. Y'all can barely even just trust each other. Y'all trust each other enough to be in a relationship. But it's certain things that you just hold your guard up on because you've been done wrong so many times by so many different people. See, ain't nobody, everybody that come in these relationships, they thinking about their happiness, their peace, they just think they being selfish, thinking about themselves. I'm gonna say this. I'm one of them people. I just I've been separated from my wife, going through a divorce right now. I'm with somebody else right now. I'm moving on with my life, but it's still an adjustment. It's an adjustment for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a real big adjustment. Just getting to know somebody new after coming out of a marriage that I was in for 7 years. So I'm saying in total, I've been with my wife 10 years, his wife. I've been with her 10 years, but coming out of that and then being with somebody else after the split, you know what I'm saying? It's a total adjustment because two different people, two different people, totally different mind frame. In certain aspects, they got the same mind frame, but in certain aspects, no. But at the end of the day, it's like you're not gonna be in love all day, every day. You're not gonna be happy all day, every day. In a relationship, you're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this. The stuff that I'm saying to y'all should already know this. If you 30 and above, then you know what it should take for a relationship. And don't get me wrong, when no hard time comes, yes, us as women we get frustrated. Me personally, I like to walk away from the situation. Like I don't like to argue. I really don't. I will, but at the same time, I don't like it. I'd rather just walk out. Not saying I'm gonna lead a relationship. I'm saying I'm just walk off. Not always the best option to take. But in a relationship, you gotta learn some kind of form of patience because you can't have everything your way. You know what I'm saying? If you with somebody that's treating you right, is doing good, like you loyal, they proving themselves to you, then you should let that guard down. Let that guard down a little more. Open up a little more. Have an open mind to the relationship, to the trust, and everything like that. It's all about having an open mind when you're in a relationship, dealing with a whole other person, a whole other attitude, a whole other way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's a give and take thing. You're gonna give some, you're gonna take some. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna always be one person just giving and the other person just taking. It's not gonna be that. It should be everything should be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing things for you, you should be doing things for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you're in a relationship, what a lot of men mess up at, and I'm guilty of this too. We always trying to fix a problem. Some things are not meant to be fixed. Some things we just can't fix. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta allow the person that we with to go through whatever they're going through, and we just be a listening ear or some kind of support system for that for our significant other. You know what I'm saying? We should be a support system. You're not gonna be able to fix everything. You can't be Superman and you can't be Superwoman. And I feel like a lot of women, the reason why they go through all these different guys is not because they pick wrong. It's because women feel like they can change a person. That's what I feel. It's just my thought. They feel like they can change a person. Like people wonder why you might have a nice looking woman. She got everything going good for herself. Own house, own car, got her own money, good job, stuff like that. But she with a dude that run the streets. You know, he ain't got a job, none of that. He ain't got shit going for himself. But women are tend with that guy because they feel like they can fix it. They can fix him or change him or something. But one thing about, hey, what's going on, lady in the war? How you doing? Thank you for being in the room. But one thing about it, we can't change a person. See, when you come into a relationship, y'all gotta remember that we all are individuals. You can't change the man can't change the woman. It's all about adjusting and adapting to your surroundings. See, when you get in a relationship, what people fail to do in a relationship, they don't take the time out to learn who they with. You got to take time out to learn who you with. It might take you more than 3 months to learn who a person. It might take you more than 6 months. It might take you more than a year. But you're gonna be as long as you be with that person, the more you're gonna learn, the more detail it's gonna get. It's kind of like reading a book. They're not gonna tell you everything that's gonna go on in the book on the first page. You gotta keep reading. The more you read, the deeper it goes. Cause the rabbit hole goes deep. Cause you never know what past traumas a person been through in their life, and you never know if they got help for it or whatever the case. So there's a lot of adjusting and adapting that you have to do when you get in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn who you're with. got to study them, know what triggers them, even if it comes down to what words trigger them. Learn your partner. Learn who you're sleeping with. Another thing that mess up a lot of times in relationships, when people have sex too early in the relationship, they can tend to cloud your judgment because you can have sex with this person and feel like you're in love with this person or you love this person, but the whole time you can be just lusting for that person. You be lusting. Now, the way, and I'm gonna talk about me. The way I know if I love the person that I'm with is if I can sit here and say to myself, I lay my life on the line for them. Now that's love. Because that's the same love that Jesus showed us. He laid his life on the line for us, for his family, for his kids, children, his brothers and sisters. He laid his life on the line for us. So that's how you know you really love a person when you're in a relationship. If you're willing to lay your life on the line for that person that you're with. Not talking about kids. I'm talking about the person that you're with. The man or the woman that you're with. See, what an understanding get messed up is between men and women. See, a man, a real man that knows what he wants out of this relationship and knows what he's bringing to the table, he's gonna set up some kind of boundaries or standards or whatever for his woman. He's not gonna just fall for anything. A man that knows himself and knows what he wants and know what he wants out of a relationship, know what he wants from his woman, he's gonna be straight over that woman and let her know. Like for example, majority of the men out here, what they want from their woman is a piece of mind, a piece of ass, and some just food, and and respect, man. That basically the blueprint. That's how y'all can keep a man. Respect him. Respect the man. Give him a piece of ass. Don't just give him ass on the holidays. Shit, every other day or however, throw that ass on him. Because it was if you got that good, hey, he gonna keep coming back anyway. And if you know how to cook, oh shit, you own something then, you a keeper. Ain't no man trying to get rid of that. And you respect him too at the same time. And when he with you, he got a peace of mind. He ain't got to worry about a whole lot of shit. You ain't got to worry about the weight of the world that's on his shoulder when you walk out that house. Because when he come in your house, all the weight is uplifted off of you because you do that for him. And men, it should be vice versa too. Men, we got to do a better job at trying to understand the woman that we're with as well. If you got a woman that's doing all that for you, why are you still running the streets? Get out the streets. Why you always want to hang around your homeboys all the time? It's okay to have friends and hang with the boys every now and then, but not all the time. You should be giving that attention to your woman, showing your woman the love and affection that she needs. Because a woman is like a flower. They're like a flower. You gotta talk to them. You gotta water them. Like you know how you water your flower. A woman is like a flower. When I mean water them. You gotta pour into them, man. You gotta encourage them, support them, you know, sometimes you gonna have to do a whole lot of reassuring that woman that she's the one for you. There's no other woman out there for you. She's the one. You got to do a whole lot of reassuring. Not all women are like that, but most women are. They like to be reassured. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say relationships are hard. Because if you don't work on trying to have patience in a relationship, your relationship ain't gonna go too far. Because your patience is too thin. A lot of times we gotta start putting ourselves in the other person's shoes and looking at it from all angles instead of just looking at it from one side, which would be your side. You can't always just look at things your way. Your way might not always be the best option. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of women don't like the word submit. A lot of people don't like that word submission. But a man and a woman both submit to each other. A man and a woman both supposed to submit to each other. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm the type of man that if my I'm gonna tend to the kids. I'm gonna make sure everything's good in the house. I'm gonna cook. I straighten up the house, clean up whatever. I do all that. I do other things as well. You know, keep the gas tank on full, so when you go to work, you gotta stop for gas and all that. I open your door for you, stuff like that. You know, take you out on trips, and you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna do that. All men ain't like that. You take care of my responsibility to pay bills, to make we keep a roof for a while. I'm gonna make sure we good. You know, a man's job in a relationship is all about how you do it, and every man different. Every man think different. Some men, you know, they all over the place. Some men they know how to be a stability too in their relationship. A man's supposed to be able to have a vision and lead the relationship where it needs to go. But the woman's supposed to help inspire that man to be greater. Y'all, like women in relationships, y'all supposed to uplift y'all man at all times. Men, you supposed to uplift your woman at all times. Like for example, the woman that I'm with right now, she told me about what her goals are, what she want to do as far as business wise. Guess what? I'm gonna support her in her business. I'm gonna support her just like she'll support me in mine, and like she have been. We support each other. I'm gonna pour into her. She's gonna pour into me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make your relationship hard unless you want it to be hard. But it can be difficult at times because life happens, man. You might lose your job. You know what I'm saying? You might get sick. You know what I'm saying? To where you can't work no more. Stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest. It's not all about money in a relationship, but money can cause a problem in the relationship. Let me say that again for the people in the back that didn't hear me. Money is not, you know, the whole thing about relationship. Money is not all that in a relationship, but it can cause a problem in a relationship. Cause don't no woman want to be in the house every weekend or stuck in the house every weekend. They want to go out the house. They want to go do things. They want to be seen. They want to show the world. See, that's how women think. They want to show the world that you they man. They want to show the world. See, men, we can chill. If we comfortable, if we in our comfort zone, we in the house, we'll stay in the house all day. Don't care. We already been out there. We been at work all day. We want to come home. We want to chill. Especially on the weekend when you ain't got to go to work. You want to chill. And don't get me wrong. Women will chill on weekends, but every now and then take your woman out on a date. Every now and then take her out on a trip or something like that. You get what I'm saying? What's going on, Room Shaker? Good morning, baby. A relationship cannot be one-sided. It cannot be one-sided because at the end of the day, you're being selfish. And every relationship is not the same. You can't come into a relationship thinking that this person is going to hurt you like the last person. You can't do that neither because once you start thinking like that and doing that, you might have a good woman or you might have a good man, but you're gonna run them off because you don't know what that person has been through as well. You don't know. You see what I'm saying? So it got to be an understanding somewhere. It got to be a communication. It got to be an understanding. It got to be patience. It got to be a whole lot of shit. And a lot of people don't got patience no more. They don't have the patience for shit because we got so much access to so much different shit. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, Room Shaker. Thank you for sharing that. My live. Thank you. But we got all these different distractions. We looking in on everybody's life. You can go on Facebook right now, scroll down your timeline. You're gonna see all your friends posting something different on your timeline because you get to see everybody's life. You get to look into everybody's life. But when you're in a relationship, you can't worry about outside entities. You can't worry about these people on the outside. You got to worry about what's going on in your household, in your relationship. You got to worry about that because you can make a picture speaks 1,000 words, but I can make it look good on the picture. I can make it seem like everything is good on this picture, but we don't know what happened after that picture was taken. Sometimes there's a lot of unhappy people out there together right now, and I understand that there is a lot of unhappy people in relationships right now with a person that probably been cheating on them left and right. You know what I'm saying? They probably in a relationship right now with somebody that's stressed, you know. And what I mean about money can cause problems in a relationship. Majority of relationships end over financial shit and cheating shit. A woman, and I'm gonna get it to y'all women. I'm gonna take my hat out to y'all. Y'all can take way more shit than a man can. Y'all can take it. Y'all can take, and hold on, let me say it like this. Y'all can take more mental shit than a man can. A man can take more physical shit. A man's body is made for physical activity. It's made for hard labor. It's made for that type of shit. But a woman, she uses her mind for a lot of things. She's always thinking. At a certain time of the day, a man brain gonna shut off. A man brain gonna shut off, and he gonna be ready to call it a day. A woman mind never shut off. A woman always thinks. See, a man can go out here and cheat in his relationship. That woman will still stay with him because she love him. She looking at all the time they done had invested. She's thinking. She's not mad at the fact that you cheated. She's mad at the fact that the vision of her knowing that you probably ate this woman out, ate her ass, you probably sucked her toes, you probably done did all types of shit to this other woman. That's what she mad about. That's what she mad about. And I'm gonna say this: a woman will stick around with a man longer than a man will stick around with a woman. I'm not saying all men and women are the same. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying women can take more mental shit than a man can. See, if a woman cheats in a relationship, the man is already ready to leave that woman. What's going on with your OG? What's going on with your Dark Chameleon? Glad to have y'all in the building this morning. But see, a man, if he get cheated on by a woman, he already ready to hit the door. He ready to go. He ready to leave. He can't take that shit. A man, I'm not gonna say all men, but most men out there, they can't fathom the thought of they woman giving that pussy to a whole nother nigga. Cause this nigga, he got all kind of thoughts in his head. Damn, man, that dude probably hit my woman from the back, held against the wall. Like you thinking all kind of shit in your head if you find out your woman cheating. You know what I'm saying? See, a woman think the same shit. She thinking the same shit, but she can handle the mental shit a little bit better. She'll stick it along with her man. She'll stick it out with her man. She'll stick it out. OG said, I'm happy. I'm a Capricorn. You got one time playing with me. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Oh, like OG said, you got one time to play with him, and he out the door, or you out the door. However it goes. But yeah, I'm not going back and forth with a female. It's the thing about it. In a relationship, I said in the beginning, it's a give and take. Even in an argument, I don't like arguing with women at all. I feel like a man shouldn't be arguing with a woman anyway. You know, it is what it is. But when you're in a relationship, you're gonna have disagreements. Everybody know about that. Everybody in here should be over. Everybody in this chat room right now should be grown as hell right now. So y'all don't have arguments in relationships and shit. Y'all know how that shit goes. But there's only so much talking I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shut my mouth at the end in a minute. I'm gonna just let you talk by yourself. Cause what's the point of me going back and forth? Like OG said, I'm not gonna go back and forth with female. That's true. A man ain't really trying to go back and forth with a female. Cause see, the mentality of a man is, if I get into it with a guy, and me and this guy exchange words, we about to get to fighting in a minute. It about to be an altercation. It about to be a misunderstanding going on right now. But most men, I can't speak for all, but most men out here don't hit women. So when a woman get to argue with a man that don't hit a woman, that man gonna get quiet and he gonna either walk away from that conversation or he just gonna shut down completely and let you talk to your goddamn self and argue by yourself. Because one thing about it, that man know in his mind, if there was a dude talking to him like that, he would have been fired off on his ass. You know what I'm saying? There would a patience come in a relationship. We're gonna talk about this shit today. Until I had to get off of here because at the end of the day, y'all know how it goes. But that's what I'm saying. In a relationship, man, you gotta have some kind of patience. You gotta work on this shit. Like you gotta work on yourself a lot. You know what I'm saying? I advise before you even get in a relationship with somebody, kind of like work on yourself before you get in. Know who you are. Know what your triggers are. Know what you will accept, what you won't accept. You got to know what you want out of a relationship or out of a woman. You got to know what the fuck you want. Because how she gonna know what you want if you don't even know that shit? You know what I'm saying? And it's vice versa. We all grown. See, everybody grown like this motherfucker. Everybody grown. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all something else about relationship that I learned over the years. Keep y'all mamas and daddies and uncles and aunties and all that friends and shit. Keep all them out of your relationship, man. Don't go telling them every time y'all have an argument. Don't go telling your friends and your mama and them and all these folks. Don't be telling all these outside people your business because people they don't want to see you happy out here. Don't nobody want to see you happy. They want to see you doing good, but not better than them. And if they feel like your relationship is doing better than theirs, they'll be praying on your downfall. They'll be praying for y'all to break up. They'll be praying for you to be miserable. They want you to be miserable just like them. So keep y'all mamas and daddies and shit out of y'all fucking relationship. Don't go run and tell your mama all your fucking business. Don't go running telling your daddy all your fucking business or your auntie or whoever you be talking to. Don't be telling them your business. When they ask you, how your relationship going, what else? Just tell them, oh, it's going pretty good. Then leave it at that right there. That's all they need to know. Because get what? Once you start telling your business to your family members and stuff, and let's just say you and your woman get into a real bad argument. Now, you and your woman get back together, y'all love it, dub it, but then y'all show up at the fucking family barbecue, everybody looking at your woman like she fucking stupid. Everybody looking at you, or however, at her family reunion or whatever, everybody looking at you like, oh, he ain't shit. Because she done went and told all y'all business, or you done went and told all y'all business. Keep people out of your shit, man. I promise you, your relationship will last a whole lot longer if you keep people out of your shit. And that's the problem. Soon as something go wrong in a relationship, y'all either gonna go tell your family or you gonna go on Facebook or some Instagram or whatever the fuck y'all be doing, and y'all go talk about this shit. Y'all go tell the whole world what's going on inside y'all household, what's going on inside y'all personal life, in y'all bedroom and all that type of shit. Nobody be knowing what's going on in your bedroom, in your house, or none of that shit. Cause they ain't gonna tell you what's going on in their relationship. They ain't gonna let you know that. OG said every man should have their own place. Yep, every man should have their own place. Every man should have their own place. I feel like every man should have a pickup truck. I feel like men should have their shit in order. And it don't always go like that, OG. Sometimes, as a man, you really don't reach your financial stride till you get a little older in age. You don't reach your financial potential until you get a little old. Probably like either you get close to your 40s or you already in your 40s. Then when you actually got your money, your financial shit all together. You know, I think a man should have his own place, but at the same time, if you're a man and you don't have your own place and you living with your old lady or whatever like that, you supposed to be able to come in there and and whatever resources, whatever you bring to the table, you put your table in that motherfucker and let them know, hey, this is right here. Don't worry about that. I'm handling that dog. You gotta show her that you're gonna take the lead role. You gotta be the leader in that relationship, man. You the head, she the neck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand what I'm saying here. You the head. You gotta understand what the head consists of. Like, at the head, you got a brain, so you're supposed to be thinking. You're supposed to be always, you know what I'm saying, thinking about what's the next move, how I'm provide, how I'm protect, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that. You gotta keep that on the swivel. fucking mind fresh. On the head, you got eyes. You got to be a visionary. You got to see that shit. You got to see what you trying to accomplish in the relationship and where you want the relationship to go. And you gotta focus on that. You keep your eyes on it. On the head, you got ears. You're supposed to be able to hear shit and know and understand what you're hearing and comprehending that shit to relate that shit to your woman and to your kids. You see all that shit? On the head, you got the fucking mouth. You can't be scared. If you're a man, you can't be scared on a relationship to speak your fucking mind and voice your opinion about shit. Because you the head. You the leader. You the head. Now, the woman is the neck. What is the neck? The neck helps support the fucking head, right? That's all they were talking about in the Bible. And I just put in a different analogy so y'all can understand it better. But that's all they were talking about in the Bible when they said the man is the head, the woman is the helpmeet. Just look at her as the neck. The neck. The neck. The man is the head. The woman is the neck. The neck helps support the head. The head can't turn unless the neck turn that way for it. The help you turn. Because all that means is there's gonna be something that your woman gonna see that you might not see. But she can help you with that shit. There's gonna be sometimes in that relationship as a man, you're gonna feel so down and out. Like you're gonna just feel defeated. But that's where your support system come in. Your woman's supposed to come in, and when your head down, your woman's supposed to come in that relationship and lift your head back up and tell you, hey, you got this. You the man. You can do this shit. I believe in you. That's how y'all women need to be talking to y'all man. Letting that man know that the things that he do for you in that relationship, it ain't going unnoticed. Because one thing about a man, when we do shit, it can be real small shit. It ain't always got to be big shit, but when we do little shit, it can be real small shit. Acknowledge that. Give that man a thank you. Tell him, baby, I appreciate you doing this for me. This is a thing that keeps a relationship going, man. It's not going to be fairy tales and rainbows all the fucking time. It's not going to be like that. We grew up, when we growing up as a kid, we always used to watch all these fucking Disney movies where the fucking prince find a princess and they walk off into the sunset and they don't argue. It's butterflies flying and birds chirping and deers running and shit. That ain't gonna be the real life. That ain't real life shit. That ain't real life. You might look out your window and see a crackhead standing out that motherfucker. This is real life what we talking about right here. You think the power company gonna give a damn? They gonna cut your goddamn power off, man. You think the water company give a damn? They gonna cut your goddamn water off, man. So you gotta understand that in a relationship. Now y'all might not agree with this. Man. A lot of relationships now is 50-50. A lot of relationships now is 50-50. I'm not asking for my woman to contribute 50-50. I'm not asking that, but I ain't asking her to sit on her ass neither and not do shit. What I'm saying is, help me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do all I can do, but I need you to pitch in too somewhere. It can be 60-40 or 70-30 or 80-20, but you contributing something. What if something happened to me? If my woman is 100% dependent on me, and I get sick, and I can't work no more, I can't bring that good money in no more. Well, what the fuck my woman gonna be able to do? That what she leave my ass. If she don't leave me, then what? She gonna be sitting her stressed out. And once your woman gets stressed out in that motherfucking house, everybody's stressed out in that motherfucker. Everybody gonna be stressed out. It's a domino effect. So women in relationships, don't be 100% dependent on nobody. Women, I'm talking to the women right here. Don't be 100% dependent on a man. Cause we as men, we human. We might drop the ball somewhere. We might fuck up somewhere. You see what I'm saying? We might lose our job. We might get sick. We might even die. Anything can fucking happen in this real world. So this ain't no cartoon. So you gotta understand that. Even if you don't got a job at one, what is your talent? Maybe you know how to do hair real good. Maybe you know how to cook and shit. If you know how to cook, find a way out how to make that into some money. You know what I'm saying? Start do a little bit where you could, start cooking for selling food and shit. Just do something to contribute. Or OG said, as long as there's food in the house, on good. I feel you. Everyone must carry their own weight. That was Dr. Benjamin said. I get that too. I look at it like this. Wherever I fall short at, I need my woman to pick up that slack where I fell short at. Because as a human being, we all gonna fall short somewhere. Life happens, and when it happens, you can't control this shit. You can't control what life gonna do. That's out of your control. That's why I don't worry about what's gonna hit me when life comes. I don't worry. I just gotta make sure I got shit in place for when that happens. Cause I never know when it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand. Hey, what's going on, Cola? Nice to have you here this morning. For a relationship, like I said, you gotta have patience, understanding. You gotta be selfless. You gotta sacrifice. Now, out of all that I just said, I didn't say anything about love. I ain't say shit about happiness. Because a lot of that shit right there, not saying you ain't gonna love me, but a lot of times you ain't gonna be in the loving spirit in a relationship though. Because relationships are up and down like a roller coaster. It's up and down like a roller coaster. And see, with so many distractions going on right now in the world, with all these different social media apps and different things going on, you got everything in access. You got access right there on your phone to everything in the world. There's a lot of shit that you can see. And what people fuck up in relationships all the time, they want what the next person got. Oh, you see somebody driving a real nice car, you want that car. But your credit ain't good enough to get that shit. You don't make enough money to pay the fucking note on the car. But you want that car. So you go out there and get the car, now your ass is a hoe. See, we fuck ourselves up. We fuck ourselves up in relationships. We do stupid shit sometimes. That's why in a relationship you gotta look out for one another. You gotta look out. You right, Cole, comparing. We compare our lives to other people's lives, to other people's relationships. We thinking that when we look at people on Facebook and they doing videos together and doing all this stuff, we thinking, oh man, I wish me and my woman can do that. I wish me and my woman can do this, do that. No, do what the fuck y'all able to do in their relationship. Do what y'all able to do. You might not be able to go to Hawaii. You might not be able to do that shit. You might not be able to go to Orlando or Vegas or whatever. But do what you able to do in that relationship. Stop comparing yourself to other people's relationships. And I say this, and I'm gonna say this once again. Keep people out of your everything that's going on in your relationship. Now, I'm gonna speak to this. Now, if your relationship getting to the point where it's getting abusive, whether it's, I'm gonna say physical. I'm gonna say physical abuse because when we mad, we say shit. We don't really mean it. We don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but we mad, so we say crazy shit. But if it's getting physical in your relationship, whether it's man or woman, I think it's time for you to leave that. If I no man or woman to stay in a relationship, whatever, it's abusive. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I got a call coming. I will get with y'all later, man. Peace out. Thank y'all for being here today. Thank y'all.